Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Monday, September 16th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as two individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with the kind of the near term, work my way out. Just to recap a little bit from last week, Wednesday of last week, we pushed back above this rising two-thirds speed line that today is at 116.89. And it was that closing back above the speed line that indicated likely bullish continuation over the next 2 to 3 weeks, could take a little longer, to the 138.40 channel top. And that remains in play. Now, we also have a descending two-thirds speed line at 113.55, and that is the formation that we are using as pullback support. 116.89 is still legitimate, but it really is this descending speed line at 113.55 that I'm using as an area that, if tested today, can contain weekly selling pressures, and above which the 138.48 channel top remains a 2 to 3 to 5 week target or so. And so that is kind of the big picture in a nutshell. I can talk upside today. We have 119.68 still. That is a 5/8 Fibonacci over the last several weeks extremes. It can contain intraday highs. I mean, last Friday the high was 119.95, so we pushed through it a bit, did not close above it. But if we push, especially if we open today above 119.68, the 127.13 former channel bottom is in reach, and it can contain daily buying pressures. If we close above 127.13, you should make way for 138.48 within another 3 to 5 days or so. So there is a scenario where, we could, if we continue higher aggressively this week, reach that 138.48 channel top over the next 2 weeks or so. But I think it could spill into a longer time horizon than that, 3 to 5 weeks or so, holding above 113.55. So once again, we have that Fibonacci level at 119.68, day traders. If we open below it, you could play the short side. I'd see no compelling reason to play the short side at 119.68, but I would be compelled to buy the market at 113.55. Because once again, above which I do think we've got a couple of buy signals that elicited the later part of last week that do, indicate a likely gains as we move into later September. 127.13 remaining a 3 to 5 day target. And once again, if we close today above 119.68, and we have yet to do so following the testing of it over the last couple of trading days, 127.13 likely within 1 to 3 days of closing above 119.68. But like I say, if we open today, let's say if we open above 119.95, that is last Friday's high, gapping above last Friday's high would certainly allow 127.13 on an intraday basis. If you happen to go long based on that development alone, take profits at 127.13. We could top out here for a day or two, perhaps. Once again, closing above 127.13, I would expect our longer-term objective at 138.48 within another 3 to 5 days, where profits can be taken on a long position that may have been established last Wednesday, when we settled above the 113.55 speed line. We're now, 116.89 speed line, above which 113.48 remains a 2 to 3 week target or so. And yes, I will say it one more time that it would be a settlement above 127.13 that would likely yield that 138.48 level within another full week of trade. Now for the downside, I'll continue with this chart. If we happen to break or open below 113.55, 108.15 is in reach today. And if we close today below 113.55, that would also be below, What is that low there? I forget actually. It's a little bit. Oh, it's 115.38. I have it as a minor point. So, if we close below this descending speed line, we're also closing below last Thursday's low of 115.38. And that would be kind of a double sell signal. 115.38 is the move high so far from the last week and a half. And if we close below its low, it has pivot point qualities in and of itself. But it would be a settlement below 113.55 that should then yield 102.83 within 3 to 5 days. And that is an area that is the low settlement price from about a week ago. But just know that if we close below 113.55, I'm actually expecting the upper 90s within 1 to 2 weeks, where we could bottom out on a weekly basis. In terms of anticipating, once again, 84.70, which we were about a week ago when we were holding below, that rising speed line on the daily chart that is presently 116.89. So when we closed below this speed line about a week and a half ago, as you recall, we were anticipating then this 84.70 descending channel bottom. I don't see a clear reason to expect this as an objective unless we were to close below this narrowing zone between 96.68 and 98.81. But I will say that closing below 113.55, you can expect the 96.68 to 98.81 region within 1 to 2 weeks at the most. That could be 3 to 5 days. It could spill into next week where we could place a weekly low. And if settling below 96.68, then we're expecting 84.70. This is a big picture support at 84.70. This structure goes back several months, can absorb selling through October, possibly the rest of the year. I don't expect to see it unless we close below 96.68. Until then, holding above 113.55, there's no good reason to be short Nvidia as we continue into later September, early November, because I am expecting the 138.48 formation as a 2 to 3 week, 3 to 5 week objective. So keep that in mind. I think I've said it all. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We offer a 5-day free trial on everything that we put out. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's NVIDIA report. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Tuesdays. You have a great day.